Hello, I'm John Schwander, also known as the All Green Gamer,
I'm Phil.
I'm Devo.
and we're here doing a post-mortem of Project KZAV. We're going to talk about some of the bad things that happened through the course of production, some of the good things, and then give a nice little summary at the end. I'm going to start off with the first thing for a bad category was our scheduling was kind of not really there in the early parts. There was a lot of lost time throughout the project in getting things done or knowing what needed to be done, and caused a lot of fumbling around for what was due.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we all kind of had no idea when to start things and when to keep them in the planning stage to resolve them completely.
Yeah,
I think we spent a lot of time thinking of how the game would work instead of just making something rough and trying it out and seeing where to go from there.
yeah. Spent a lot of time planning, not enough time doing.
For me, I just did not know what exactly to do in the beginning, because, let's see, it's just more planning out what we had to do, and I just like, oh, I have no clue where to start. I've never done this before.
Yeah. Yeah, knowing what goes into a game, that was tough with the scheduling.
Yeah, in addition to that, I think we all kind of had our individual roles, and we didn't really know how to communicate between the roles perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of time was wasted trying to figure out what each other meant.
Yeah, there were a lot of communication problems.
Another problem that I had was balancing this stuff with school, because sometimes I would completely forget about the game because I'm focusing on schoolwork. Just like, oh no, it's 4 hours until meeting. Let's try to do all this right now.
Yeah, it was a rough juggling act.
Should have done a lot more during the summer.
Yeah, that was a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then school got more complicated as our project went on. All that free time I thought I'd have ended up being I had to focus on school more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like during that last week of us working, I think we got done like 80% of the game.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's the most productive ever been.
Yeah, I felt that last week worked really well.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was really nice that we were like always communicating that whole week.
Yeah,
Because I
we
felt
really
like
focused on it too.
yeah, we could only assign each other like 6-hour jobs, and we do that once a week. So we only get 6 hours of work on a week.
But that last week, it was like 24 hours of work in like 2 days.
Yeah, that was crunch time.
Yeah, it was
Now
just
we
nice,
had off. That helped.
nice that we all had quick little meetings like every couple days and figured out new work to do. So I think that would help a lot in the future.
Yeah, that would probably overcome a lot of the problems.
I think we need a simpler idea next time also.
Or
Yeah.
find more people. Yeah.
That too. We need to find that artist.
Yeah, that was a big concern.
I think it worked out well.
Yeah.
For
it
no
did work
artist,
well.
yes.
I think it complemented the resulting game pretty nicely.
Yes. Another thing that I run is our options instruction page kind of got thrown to the wayside and didn't really work out all the way. Like some of the stuff doesn't work, and some stuff like confuses the player. They just go straight into the level editor if they choose that option. It doesn't really. We didn't really have a README or anything for them to do, and
I did think of that. Like, the second we decided that we were going to leave that in there,
Mm-hmm.
it was like, oh, I'll go half of the editor window that isn't showing anything, I'll just make that be the she'll copy and paste all that documentation in there.
Yeah, I was thinking of throwing in that documentation as well as like just a separate README file, but
Never got to it.
it had, yeah, it had a lot of stuff in it too that was just production that didn't really need to be in there. Would have been a quick fix, but by the time we got there, it was
Yeah.
so much needed to be done.
That's the puzzle aspect of the game.
Figure it out.
Figure out how to make your own levels. But I definitely think that level editor was very useful.
Mm-hmm.
I spent way too much time on level 2.
It was awesome.
I spent a day on level 2 alone. Should have just done that for all 3 levels. Because John, you made the first and third level. The third level is so short.
It is ridiculously short.
Well, I didn't have a checkpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah, the checkpoints were a bad thing too, but level 2 came out nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, the backgrounds. The
Oh my gosh,
screwed
the
up.
1,000 moons. There's an issue there.
I could have fixed that so easily. It was in the last minute.
Oh,
Yeah.
none of that.
I remember when I had that image for it to tile over the whole shape
Yeah.
set on the circle, and I just copied the same code I put for the squares and just added to the circle, not thinking of anything that would look weird like that. Then just remember you sending me that email and going, what? No, it shouldn't be any different for the circle. But
Get these giant empty boxes
crazy different.
move through.
Stupid memes.
Mm-hmm. It was a rough first edit, but learned a lot.
Oh yeah.
Learned a lot from those mistakes, that's for sure.
If we do make another game, can we just do it like over the summer and not
Yeah.
during school?
Yeah, a shorter time period would be nice.
Like I have a class over the summer, but it won't be that bad because it's only one class.
All right. Yeah, certainly work something out there, probably. Now, for the good aspect of our development cycle, the first thing I gotta say is, of course, our brainstorming. I think that went great. Those first 3 scrum matches, as they would say, where we're just throwing out ideas and picking from each other and just expanding into this huge web, and then cutting it down a little, and cutting it down a little.
Yeah, that went amazingly well. Thinking back on it. Now that I've just started working on this other game for class, like we didn't get anywhere near close to that same kind of brainstorming sessions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it helps now that we're a little bit more comfortable with each other. Just like saying anything, other than like in the beginning, just like I don't know what to do, and I don't know all these people. I don't know if
Yeah.
they're gonna think my idea is cool or not, or if it's just freaking crazy.
That's very true. I think that did help get over that sort of first meeting jitters, too. Just starting yelling stuff at each other.
The snake
Yeah.
whip helped.
That just turned everything around. That was amazing.
Dang snake.
Just that first starting image is great.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great help. It's interesting how our first direction of like only jungle turned into one hell level and another
Wasn't supposed to be a hell
futuristic
level.
one.
It's supposed to be in a castle.
Yeah.
This looks like a help. What? It did have lava in it.
It did have lava on it.
I wanted
Yep.
it to be spikes.
We could have done spikes.
I couldn't find a picture.
You could have drawn picture spikes.
After my birds, you couldn't just throw triangles and paint?
No. Next time I'll get Mike to do it. Actually, that would... Wait. Yeah. Just thought of something. Keep talking.
Well, Phil, what you would say was a good part of our development?
I think one of the good element, but of course it could have been much better, was how fast I could get releases out to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was really nice to be able to go change like 3 lines of code and then send it out to everybody, and be like, "Hey, does this work better?" And
Yeah,
not,
those little quick fixes. They were nice.
and not have to set up major releases and these huge build times where you can't send it out every 10 minutes.
Yeah, next time we'll need to maybe somebody have a way we can just draw the code from a central database or something. But the drive did work pretty well.
The drive worked very well.
Yeah, overall I was happy
Except
with
for
the
my
drive.
audio files. that are
Yeah, except for like the very end, just didn't know what to do.
Just have to find a better way of recording crap.
Sound recorder, that's what I used.
Whatever. Whatever. See, good things. Work on the levels themselves was fun and helped me realize like how to like balance a game well, or at least better.
Yeah, the level editor was amazing. It was nice to actually just build a level and play it and see how everything worked, rather than just trying to imagine the code.
Did any of you ever use the trace option?
Yes. Love the trace option for making those little platforms exactly how I needed them.
I knew that'd come in handy.
I never used it. I just did a lot of trial and error.
Yeah, you were the one that asked for it, too. I remember
Were
that.
you?
Yeah.
Man, I don't remember.
I think that was me, actually. Because I'm pretty sure I had that in the first build.
Could be. I remember Dexter saying something about mapping his position so he could plan out the jumps.
Yeah, he might have said it. I'd always had that in my head because I thought
yeah,
that'd
it
be
came-
very helpful.
It was very helpful.
Oh, I never fixed that issue where the grid lines would just stop after so far.
Yeah.
Did you ever run into that again?
Oh, yeah.
You just gave up on it.
The what?
Remember when you select an object, it would draw the grid lines?
I don't remember.
It would only go out for like 1,000 units in each direction.
that was just a black
and it
abyss.
just stopped. 'Cause I
Had
never-
its limits.
Oh, I remember now. Yeah, yeah. I don't know why that happened.
Nice easy fix, but gave up on it.
Yeah, those
Well,
grid lines were nice.
you know what I also remember? Those edges that you can't erase. That's
Not my
really-
fault. Not my fault.
Huh?
Wasn't my fault. The physics engine we used, they didn't select either of the edges. I didn't know how to do with it. It was a completely different mechanism than the boxes. And they never worked out really anyway. So.
The other thing I'd say that went well was, although it sucked to do it, we did keep trimming down. Maybe not as early as we should have, but We kept shifting our goal as the deadline got closer, but
Uh-huh.
we still had that aim of 3 levels. I mean, we trimmed a
Yeah.
little, but we still wanted to have some sort of sustenance to the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we did do a good job finally.
Yeah.
So we
Suck
did
cutting a
go.
lot of that stuff out too.
We did go into that last month with the idea of what came out.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of nice to see that we finally got our time management down.
Yeah.
Took long enough.
Took long enough, but it was fun to dream big.
Yes. You can always take away.
Exactly.
True.
As painful as it is.
Good thing. Watching people rage while playing this game.
Yes.
Was it after it was done or during our playtesting?
Playtesting was actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad we only did it like once, but
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
the wall jump was still in the game then.
yeah,
That's.
that made it a lot easier.
I'm just surprised how long it took me to finally figure that jumping out. I tried so many different variations to get that to work.
Just that one little problem.
And just there was always one extra edge case that I never fully covered. And then it finally worked out.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised. I was definitely worried about getting that jumping to work at the end.
Yeah, it was a tough call whether to have the jumping or the wall jumping or not. It did make it insanely easier, but some people did find it fun.
Yeah, it was unique, but I like what it came out as now. That's like the only challenge in the game.
Yeah.
What? That was your only challenge of the game?
No, jumping like now.
Oh.
Rather than wall
Yeah.
jumping.
The platforming is the actual element.
That second level with checkpoints.
So good.
Yes, but you also have that like insane bit with the very tricky jump above the lava pool with the 3 platforms.
And the last two get
And the
really
ball.
smaller. Oh wait.
Where you have the jump is like the middle height, and then there's a ball above it, but there's a platform below, and then a platform a little taller up, and you had to make the jump without hitting the ball.
Was this over the lava pit?
Yes,
What?
it was at the very end.
You started from the right, went left, and then came back right above?
No, this was right before the elevator to the boss room. It was that lava pit.
All right, that level section where it's like there's 2 sort of longer platforms, and then there's 2 shorter ones. Right.
Mhm.
All right,
Yeah.
yeah, that thing. Yeah, that thing's. Once you get down, it's actually really easy.
Yeah, that
You just have to get used to jumping.
yeah, that and the part right after just really drove my friend nuts. That's where all his deaths were.
I was trying to be a dick.
Yeah, well, you
Worse.
succeeded. Easily the hardest part of the game.
Do you think next time we would do a different type of game, or we would still do a platformer?
No idea. I think it depends on what we brainstorm again.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Now that we have one more good thing.
Experience.
Well, yeah, that's a
We know-
big.
We know what we're doing now, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. It's nice that we picked something really big and more than we could handle we really got a feel for.
What can 3 people do?
Yeah, it was something to cut our teeth on. And doing it with designing your own engine, that's a big thing to do as a newbie. It would be. It's a fresh crew.
Yeah.
Though we did have the time period for it. That kind of helped.
Yeah, time always helps.
And before we jump to the conclusion, I do want to mention that the concept art was also amazing,
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
and that really helped.
Yes, it was.
Big props out to Mary for that. And to
job,
your friend
Mary.
for the music. That was another amazing thing.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna mention that.
Next time we should give him more time.
Yes.
Because literally we just picked random stuff that he made before and just like, hey, this could possibly work.
This works out so well. Just got lucky on that one.
Yes. But it made the game so much better.
It did. Music was amazing. So in conclusion, I'd say definitely a lot of hiccups and a lot to learn from in the experience, but overall it was a good experience. It was definitely worth it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was fun getting coding out of my head and trying to explain it to people.
Yeah.
So I'm used to doing everything by myself, and
And you have to explain to people who have no idea.
right, just what the limitations are and what aren't limitations at all. You know, I've been going through this again with this game I'm making for class, and we're just talking about stuff, and I can pretty much describe line by line of the code that's going to be needed for this one idea, but they all think that it's not possible to do. And it's very interesting. And like, the thing goes the other way. People like say ideas and think it'd be really easy to make the computer do it because you see it in real life, like collision detection, and
Yeah.
That's difficult.
you're right, it's very difficult to put in code, but people just assume it's really easy because they can do it in their head really easily. So it's interesting learning about that.
Yeah, I've been learning a bit of code, and that's always a big frustrating thing. Is like I see it so clearly in my head, but I can't write it down.
Right.
That's what Build's for.
Yep.
I am glad that I actually took a coding class at school, so it made it a lot easier to explain to you what I think should be what is in code, but I can't type it out because I'm not
Right.
a coding master. This made everything easier to explain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely a completely new way of thinking about everything.
Next time, getting an artist. It's happening. And if you guys don't mind, I'll probably get Mike, the person that is supposed to do the music.
Mm-hmm.
He can just do random crap. Like, let's see. He messes around with everything. That's the thing. So he could help with a tiny bit of art. I doubt like anything. But him and I know another person from home that's actually like a really good artist, and so is his girlfriend. So trying to get them.
All right. And we'll cut it down to just the summer.
Yes.
Maybe do a nice mobile game.
Yeah.
Yes. Have no clue what that'd be, but yes.
I think we covered everything for the postmortem. Anything else anyone wants to say?
KZAV will live forever.
Oh well.
It just because that just needs to be spread over the internet. Just like try this, try this, try this. It's free.
Steam Greenlight, here we come.
No. I've seen crap up on there. I know ours is still worse than some of the crap up on there.
Yeah.
uh,
All right. Well, this is Project KZAV signing off.